Look at these 12 winners. Every one of them took the same bold step early on. The pattern seems obvious. Bold step leads to success. Case closed. But before we agree, ask one quiet question. Who else started? And where did they go? A sample is the group of cases you actually see. If your sample only includes the winners, you are studying a filtered slice. The losers, the quitters, the disappeared, they never enter your view. That is not a full picture. That is a spotlight. Here is the classic educational version of this problem. During wartime, analysts studied aircraft that returned from missions. They mapped the damage on each returning plane and considered where to add extra armor for future flights. The first instinct was simple. Add armor where the returning planes show the most damage. It looks reasonable. The dots cluster on the wings and tail. Reinforce those zones. Problem solved. Or so it seems. Now pause. The planes on this table are the ones that came back. What about the planes that did not come back? Their damage was never mapped. They are the missing data. Missing data means real cases that never entered the sample. Here's the key insight. If planes hit in the engine rarely made it home, then the engine will look clean on your returning sample. Not because the engine is safe, because engine hits removed those planes from the group you can see. So the correct move flips. Reinforce the areas that show no damage on returning planes. Those clean zones may be the truly critical spots. This is the sampling insight. The visible pattern pointed to the wrong answer. The same shape of thinking applies far beyond aircraft. Picture a portfolio of 100 projects that all started together. 12 finished as clear successes. 88 stopped, stalled, or quietly ended before anyone wrote about them. You examine only the 12 successes. Every one of them shared a trait. Call it trait X. It could be an early pivot, a specific method, or a bold call. The pattern looks tight. Trait X shows up in every winner. The tempting conclusion: trait X causes success. Copy trait X and you copy the outcome. It feels like a rule. It looks like evidence. But we are still only looking at the 12. The other 88 are still off the table. Now, let the missing cases return. Bring the 88 failed projects back into the frame. Look at what they were doing. Many of them also used trait X. Some tried it and stopped early. Some skipped it for reasons that had nothing to do with the outcome. Look at what changed. Trait X no longer belongs only to winners. It appears across many failures, too. The rule weakens. Trait X might still matter, but it clearly is not enough on its own to explain the outcome. A pattern can be perfectly real inside the surviving group and still be a poor guide to the full process. That is the trap. The survivors are consistent with each other. That does not prove the trait separates winners from losers across everyone who started. So the question shifts. The weak question asks, what do the winners have in common? The stronger question asks, what happened to everyone who started? Both questions are useful, but only the second one keeps the missing data in the room. Here is a 3-question method you can carry with you. Question 1. What is the starting population? Not the winners, the whole group at the beginning, before anything got filtered out. Question 2. Which cases became invisible? Ask where the failures went, why they stopped, and whether anyone was in a position to record them. Missing on purpose and missing by accident are both still missing. Question 3. Would the pattern still hold if the missing cases returned? Mentally put them back. If the trait shows up in the failures too, the winner's only pattern was a spotlight, not a rule. This entire effect has a name: survivorship bias. It is the mistake of drawing conclusions from a sample that only contains the cases that remained visible. Visibility is not the same thing as representativeness. Some patterns among survivors are real. Some traits do matter. But causal claims stay fragile whenever the sample is incomplete. The fix is not cynicism. The fix is counting the cases that never made it into the frame. Ask the 3 questions on any winners-only story you meet. Starting population, invisible cases, pattern with the missing returned. If you like this, watch another visual probability illusion in the blind spot playlist.